My beloved, a stranger moved money your way. This amount larger than expected. A chance opens if you act, miss it, the door shuts fast. Look up from scrolling, especially now, when odds like these rarely line up just once. Pay attention here, actually pay attention. That tiny pop-up ignored earlier, the one assumed broken without checking. Something genuine came through from a stranger. That note you dismissed so easily wasn't random. The moment you ignored it, machines paused. They scanned again, then allowed it forward, not data. A pulse. Time passing makes its purpose sharper. Here now, why it arrived shifts into view. Look up. This isn't about what you see. It's about timing. Why today, not yesterday or some distant year? Step back too soon, and that detail slips through your fingers like sand. Feel how heavy the air feels right now. That pressure doesn't come from nowhere. When signals hit this hard, this clear, they aren't accidents. The world rarely shouts without reason. Somewhere out there, under dim light or during an hour when silence takes over, someone listened. They caught your words, learned of the struggles hidden beneath everyday moments, saw what others might have missed. Their gut told them to stay, not walk off like most would. What happened next wasn't just a click. A gift dropped into place by chance. It carried weight. Like an answer, rising after long waiting. A whisper you sent into emptiness. It landed. Hold still. Right here, breath slows. Something real comes at you fast. Write those words below. Say them because you mean it. Not for fun. Not just another message. Let it be real, like your soul is speaking. This comes from inside. Like putting your signature on a fresh start. Stick around. All paths lead here to this single clear fact. The timer started long ago. It exists. Purpose drives it, yet something waits. This gift was never yours unless you saw what came before. When haste takes over, when steps get missed, when numbers blind you to their message, the entrance slips by unnoticed. Built to swing wide, it waits. The gap through which light enters is thin. At this moment, someone beyond sight observes whether you remain here or drift off. Stand firm where you are. A shift lies nearer than thought. Pass this phrase to one soul nearby without delay. This came to me like a seed, not noise. Say that much when you pass it on. Maybe it belongs to you as well. Sharing quietly lines up with the movement already here, the rise, the change, the opening. Stop now, draw just one slow breath. Notice your hands, your feet right there. What comes next could unsettle you deeper than any cache ever would. Pay attention. Stay close. This moment gives you just a few breaths to step into something new or keep walking the old path. The transaction waiting inside the network hums like it has purpose. It leans your way as though aware of who you are. Should you brush it off, call it strange and nothing more, it continues anyway. Yet might pass straight through without touching you. Right here, most hesitate. A quiet panic rises. Fingers drift to screens, swiping away. Yet you're different somehow. Deep down, a quiet voice says this moment wasn't random. If that pull feels familiar, write yes below right now. This speaks to me. My attention is here. I'm ready to understand what truly matters. Walk beside me a while. Somebody meant to type your name. Someone went looking for your information on purpose. This message came from a choice, not chance. A moment passed while they thought it through. Pieces of your days stood out to them. Moments you barely notice. Times when silence stretched late into dark rooms. Mornings you faked warmth while carrying weight beneath your ribs. Silent trades made without applause, dismissed like old notes. Then told to stop giving so much. Right now, this soul needs a moment that sticks. When your pulse answers yes, when memory whispers that walk, that pain, mine. Say amen down here. Let each letter land like the crack of old locks breaking. One by one, in your mind, heart, wallet. Something brought you here. Pause before figuring out what made you stand apart. Right now, ask yourself one thing. What makes you different? Among everyone possible, why land on your profile, your identity, your path? Hold off swiping just a second longer. Leaving too soon snaps the thread completely. Something shifts when you leave too soon. It is not about blame or fate, just timing. The force meant for you loses its path. You looked away right before it arrived. Remaining a little longer changes how things land. Truth takes time to settle. What happened next might surprise you. Someone did send the money. True, it arrived from one account. Yet that person didn't act alone. A quiet pull shaped their hand. Maybe you name it faith. Perhaps it feels like fate leaning in. Could be unseen hands guiding things late at night. Words change, but the present stays real. Right now, it acts through others without noise. Pay attention to what follows. Right here, words arrive softer than most ever get to hear. Money isn't what fixes things. It shows something inside already shifted. Skip ahead too fast, and you'll blink past the moment your past leans into your future. Someone placed this message while watching you, not close, but near enough in spirit, like a stranger cheering behind others' backs. That kind of quiet support rarely gets seen. That time you almost quit, they noticed. Even when your voice cracked saying those words, "I cannot keep going." Still, later that day, you moved forward. That act changed something in them. A thought arrived, should life be true and fairness somewhere out there? Then speaking up becomes necessary. Waiting years for such clarity is common. You stand inside your own life. Here's the turn. Never once did it center on cash. Around the payment, they tucked a note. Your journey keeps going. Stuck does not describe you. Forgotten is not your name. Sooner than you imagine. Something shifts when you stop looking so hard. Paths show up where there was only wall before. Thoughts line up without noise crowding them. Chances rise, not shaped by expectation, but by something deeper than habit. Pause here, even if silence feels strange. Healing often speaks in glances, not speeches. Truth doesn't announce itself with fanfare. It slips through cracks others ignore. What happens next depends on how still you can stay while everything changes. Your attention, the quiet around you, how open you are to hearing. These pull forward the real power hidden in this signal. Pay close now. The sum arriving stood out, different in a way that tripped alarms. So strange, your nerves lit up without warning. Pulse quickening, air tightening at first sight of the message, not panic. Nothing like worry, just knowing rising from deep. Your soul just went still. Right here, something changed. This shift isn't waiting down the road. It's knocking at your life's outer line. Stay close to what you feel now. When this arrived, someone made sure of the moment. Not too soon, not too late. Just when your steps slowed but still moved forward, someone saw how you wavered without falling apart. There was a quiet strength they noticed, something that gives under pressure but holds shape. So the number appeared exactly then. Most would have stopped right there. You kept going. Heaven made up its mind. At the start, they thought about offering a tiny gesture, just a gentle nudge, maybe quiet comfort, but it always fell short. Phrases piled up without leaving. Moments passed where nothing clicked. Then came what you couldn't overlook, an amount so sudden, so wide. It stopped your hand in place while you looked down. It did exactly what was needed. You're standing inside this now. Something deep says this belongs to you. Let your fingers rest. This spot is where you stay. Truth hides where noise stops. Blessings arrive without explanations attached. You watch closely when others look away. This moment holds what words cannot carry. Generosity had help here. Something deeper pulled the strings. A signal arrived early, well ahead of impact. That was their cue. A silent vow took shape then. If I notice you standing exactly where your real life begins, I'll move without noise. Proof will arrive through me. Proof that now is yours. This moment belongs to you. This time something shifts. Not by accident did these words come to you. Through this instant, Archangel Michael, known for strength, safety, and fairness, reaches your inner self, moving beyond just getting through. He guides you toward a deeper flow of grace. A quiet law operates beneath it all. Something shifts when you answer the call within. Stepping into places made for your evolution, and safety changes how life moves around you. Blessings grow, not just appear. Look at the details below. Check what's fixed at the top. There's a door waiting. A quiet gathering, shielded, alive with energy, close to Archangel Michael, near the source. Not like other circles. Truth arrives here first, direction forms before the noise begins elsewhere. That pull you sense, the soft voice saying this belongs to you. Don't brush it aside, saying yes reshapes momentum. Motion gets easier. Vision sharpens. You move forward backed by unseen strength. Companionship appears where once there was only solitude. Hold on. This part's up to you. Just being here, giving time, showing up with intention, that matters deeply. Stick around since there's still ground left to cover. The faith a random person has in you. It outshines your own. And what landed in your bank isn't only cash, a flicker. Something tugs at the edge of your days, hinting they'll accelerate without warning. Years compressed into short stretches. Impossible things folding into everyday moments. You're seated hearing this, allowing thoughts to settle deep around you. Unseen forces shift their weight slowly. Here begins something different. A moment shifts beneath your feet. What comes now hits hard. Stay right where you are. That sender didn't weigh your title, your rank, or how you look online. Something else moved them. Your steady presence when silence surrounds you, the glow you hold during dim stretches of time. Something inside stirs when they look at you. Not how you see yourself, but bolder, clearer, stronger. What they did wasn't chance, more like a signal sent straight to your bones this moment. It's been waiting for you. Feel that shift beneath the surface. Say it out loud where others might hear. My change is already moving. Skip the long thoughts. Just name it. Let the words land. This isn't just talk. Agreement lives in how you move now without saying it. There's still more ahead, that cash. Never the goal, just a signal. Quiet fights have weighed on you for years. Strength has carried you through days others leaned on. When pieces scattered around them, you stood firm. A shift noticed what you poured out versus what came back. That change arriving. It balanced scales, not kindness, never sorrow, just fairness finding its way. Seeing those words appear marked a silent pivot. Paths began shifting then. Something shifted when old doors started creaking loose. Staying put helped, so did silence instead of tapping through screens. Movement builds slowly, but it is real. This moment marks where things change too much to reverse. Doubting your presence makes less sense now than before. The idea that nothing shifts feels wrong these days. What happened wasn't random. Notice how it arrived. This unfolded right as hope grew threadbare. Life had been piling up toward a moment of shift. Tiny letdowns, responses that never came, words spoken into quiet. Just before something inside gave way one way or the other, the change arrived. Not to pull you out of yourself, yet to show what was there all along. It stirs in you now, doesn't it? Something tugs at your heart. Clear thoughts arrive out of nowhere. Energy moves through you different than before. This is what waking up feels like. Pages turn when you pay attention. A fresh start appears while you watch. Stayed until now. Type those words below. This change belongs to me, starting today. Speak it so. It sticks. Time stamps itself when you do. You remain now since we near the peak of what's being uncovered. Not only did the stranger assist, they acted on a hunch about what was coming. Something invisible at the time. A quiet knowing guided them, sensing your shift into a phase where good things fall like rain. Not drops. When entryways burst open instead of barely cracking. This shift marks the quiet click of something opening. The way you're sitting there, paying attention, sensing what's beneath these words. It means something. Forces are matching up. Your breath, your interest, the pull toward understanding, they move together like tides under one moon. Right now, stability matters most ahead of what comes next. Be certain you've joined this space, enabled alerts. Not because anyone counts views, but so no message slips through when timing decides it's time. Here comes a moment to pause. Tap the like button under this video just once. That small move shows you are aligned with what is being said. Now flip through your mind. 3 faces pop up. People who are waiting, maybe without knowing it, for something like this. Send it their way. Pass along whatever energy or clarity landed on you. Generosity has a habit of looping back, often stronger than before. If going further feels right, if stepping into clearer direction and openness makes sense, check the description, look at the pinned comment. There you will find the way to join Archangel Michael's close group. That place offers first glimpses at visions yet unfolding. Lessons rooted in reverence, understanding, shaped by something beyond thought. None of it shared outside that circle, meant to help move you toward what is already arriving. A different link lets you contribute through a small gesture, like buying coffee, only if it resonates. Never expected, just being here, paying attention, holding space. That holds weight, even when unseen. Don't leave just yet, remain present until the very last second, since this point ties every thread we've touched. That big gift didn't come from hope alone. Someone watched every time you moved forward while silence followed. Noticed how strong you stayed even when no voice praised you. Was there during those late hours when your quiet words hung in the air. If you're listening, show me something. This has to be it. Now the page turns, not just enduring but transforming, not standing still, but lifting, not clinging anymore, but climbing. Right now, if this word stirs something deep inside, drop it in the comments. Perfect balance runs through me. With every letter you press, sense how ties grow tighter, like stepping into a path where luck, chances, and sudden changes begin moving toward you. Feeling this doesn't mean you're lost. That change isn't made up, it's your signal waking up. Hold on. One more moment. Stay right here. Look up. Feel this clearly. Cash never rewrote your path. That shift began long before. Coins arrived only to catch your eye. A signal meant to quiet the second guessing. Here's how it feels when what lives deep in you shows up in the stars above. At this very moment, while these words reach your ears, every postponed reward, each door once closed, every quiet hurt, they're piling into a single swell of good things moving toward you. This next stretch isn't about running after blessings. What belongs to you will find you, just like that sudden shift you already felt. When something inside says yes, when it hits you that now is the pivot, say it loud in the space below. Say yes to God. That moment belongs to you now. Say yes to the universe. It hears your breath. Life pulls at your sleeve, whispering your name. You did not arrive by accident. This exact point was waiting. It is time. Nothing more, nothing less. Abundance moves like water underground. Feel it shift. Light finds your next step before you do. A fresh start now unfolds. Keep your eyes open. Move with purpose, because that deposit, more than cash, evidence showed up. Type Amen.